This is the outline for Math 113, Chapter 4D, Loan Payments and Credit Cards. Our goals in covering this outline are to define principal, loan term, and installment loans, to determine monthly interest and payment toward principal when paying off a loan, to determine monthly payments using the loan payment formula, and to determine monthly credit card payments and interest. So this chapter focuses on paying back your loans, especially credit card debt. You're going to be amazed at how much you pay back for money that when you use your charge cards. And we start with the loan basics, and we have some definitions here. And we see that the blank is the amount of money owed at any particular time. This is called the principal. Okay, so that's the money owed. The principal is the money owed. B, the blank is the time you have to pay back the loan in full, and that is your loan term. And then C, and blank or blank is a loan that is paid off with equal regular payments. And that is called an installment loan, which is what most everybody has, because we don't want to have to look up every month, see what our new balance is, try to figure it out, and then write a check or find a way to pay online for a different amount each term or each month. So we do what's called an installment loan, which is just equal regular payments for your loan. It's also called an amortized loan, in case you hear those words. Okay, so let's move down here a little bit. And here's our formula. This chapter is all about using different formulas in budgeting, in interest and savings accounts, and now in credit cards or loan payments. And loans can be a lot of things. It can be a mortgage for a house. It can be credit card debt. There are many kinds of debt that we have to pay off. Why do we borrow the money? Because, for instance, a home, a mortgage, nobody has that kind of cash laying around. So usually you take a mortgage out for 30 years or so for your home to pay it off in regular installment payments each month. So the formula is payment, which is the regular payment amount. Your payment is going to be equal to your P, or your starting loan principal, the amount that you borrowed. So you maybe borrowed $100,000 for a home. Your APR is your annual percentage rate, just like in the other problems. It is given as a percent, and we change it to a decimal by moving it to the left too. N is the number of payment periods per year. Usually that's monthly. And if it's monthly, we know that that is 12 payments per year. And then Y equals the loan terms. A lot of terms for a house, it's 30 years. What about a car payment, though? A car payment might be 10 years, etc. So the Y is the number of years. So principal and interest for installment loans. Early in the loan term, the portion going toward your interest is relatively high, and the portion going toward the principal is relatively low. Understand what that means. This is the money that you borrowed. But the banks are smart. They say to themselves, look, we are going to make sure when you pay your monthly payment each month, we're going to make sure that we get paid first. So for a very long time, all the money that you're paying each month, almost every bit of it is going to pay off what we are charging you for letting you use our money. So you're making very little dent in your actual $100,000 that you might have borrowed, because each month when you make that payment, so much of it is going toward the bank so they can get their full money, which is called interest, back before you get to pay down a lot on your loan. Which is why you need to, if you're borrowing for a home, you need to stay there more than 7 years. Because a lot of the money that you're paying is only going to the interest payment. So you're not really paying down your debt. Now, as the term proceeds, as we get farther and farther into the loan payment, the portion going toward the interest gradually reverses, and the portion going toward the principal gradually increases. So as time goes on, more of your money, because the bank gets their money first, then they let you put it toward what you borrowed. Let's see how this plays out. Problem number 1. This is a very long problem. It's going to take you a while. Suppose you have student loans totaling $7,500. There you go. It sounds just like what we have when you graduate from college. The interest rate is APR 9% and the loan term is 10 years. A, what are your monthly payments? B, how much will you pay over the lifetime of the loan? So over the whole 10 years, what do you actually pay back? It won't be the $7,500 you borrowed. It'll be a whole lot more. What is the total interest you'll pay on the loan? And D, calculate the portions of your payments that go to principal and to interest during the first 3 months. Use the chart to list your answers. That's a really long section we might not get to. So let's start with the formula. We remember that payment is equal to our regular payment amount, and it's equal to P, the starting loan. In this case, what is that going to be for our problem? Our P is going to equal $7,500 because that is what we borrowed. Our APR is going to be 9%, so that's 0.09. Our number of payments per year, we are making monthly payments, so there will be 12. And the loan term in years is 10 years, so Y equals 10. So now we've got to fill in our little formula here based on these numbers. So we get payment equals P. What was our payment? What is our loan principal? $7,500 times APR. Our APR is 0.09 over our N, which is 12. And all of that is over 1 minus, in parentheses, 1 plus, again, your APR, 0.09, because we changed it to a decimal, over 12, raised to the negative N. What's N? 12 times Y. What's Y? 10. Now that might confuse you a bit because it is kind of strange looking. But you're going to let your calculator handle that for you. And I would suggest you do this part first. So negative 10 times 12 would be negative 120. So I'm going to rewrite this as 7,500. I'm going to change that. Now you can do this all in one step if you like, this whole formula. But I'm going to do it slow so that some of you can follow step by step. You get 1 minus 1 plus 0.09 over 12 raised to the negative 120 because you took negative 12 times 10. And that is going to equal, see if we can move down a little bit here. We have our 7,500 times, and if we multiply that, 0.09 over 12, you're going to get, so do this first. Do your 0.09 divided by 12, and I don't have my calculator, so you're going to have to do that one on your own. But what you get when you take that times 7,500 is 56.25 all over 1 minus, this will give you 1.0075 to the negative 120. And this will equal 56.25 over, this would be 1 minus 0.407937 30498 2498. Yeah, how ridiculous is that? Which is going to equal 56.25 over 0.59206 2695, etc. Excuse me, which will equal $95.01. This is your I'm sorry, payment each month. So for your student loans, you're going to pay the bank each month $95.01. Okay, that's part A. Now, in the next video, I'm going to start part B so I can try to stop my coughing here.